All right, we got head coach Ed McCaffrey. Coach, start off with just an opening statement about how camp's going so far.
Yeah, camp is growing great. Guys are working hard. It's kind of the dog days of summer. It's hot out there. We had full pads on today. Getting after it, getting better.
Open it up for questions.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
It's been a long wait. It's almost here. How's it feel to almost make your coaching debut?
It feels great. You know, season one undefeated. Not many coaches get to do that in their first year, undefeated, but also undefeated. You know, our young men in our program have been working so hard for a couple of years now. I have so much respect for them, and I'm so proud of them for continuing to work in the weight room, in the classroom, being shut down, starting up, shut down. But that's in the rearview mirror now. Now we're playing football. We're in our first training camp. We've got a game on September 3rd. The clock is ticking. There's a sense of urgency, and we're seeing that out on the field right now.
How are you feeling about that new offensive coordinator?
Yeah, he's been grounded twice during this camp, but other than that, he's doing a great job. No, he's really brought so much expertise from the teams that he's played for in the NFL and added quite a dynamic to what we were doing. I'm really excited about what he's accomplished up to this point, and even more excited to continue working with him throughout the season.
Will Max be calling the plays?
I will be calling the plays sometimes, and he will be calling the plays sometimes, and we'll have to divvy up those responsibilities. But he has been pretty much putting in the offense up to this point, and I'd like to think I'm tweaking it.
But having that father-son dynamic, does that make it that much easier? It's like you guys have two different ideas, or you guys come to that common goal?
Yeah, luckily we've learned from a lot of the same people, and we have a lot of the same views for what type of offense we want to be and how to use our players. But we do have different experiences, and so I rely on that. At the end of the day, you know, I'll have to make some tough decisions. But I think we've really worked well and melded, you know, what we're bringing to the table together to hopefully be a pretty successful final product.
Having the spring season and a short turnaround, is that an advantage? Because you just not waiting a whole time, but you got guys hitting, but just a short turnaround to help you get to this next season?
Well, you know, the more practices you can get, the better. And we've missed a lot of practices in the last 2 years. But I thought we ended on such a positive note in the spring. We had a couple of scrimmages. It's the most fun I've seen our guys have. We don't have a lot of rules. Show up, work hard, have fun. And we lost the fun for a while there because we kept starting and stopping and starting and stopping. But near the end of the spring, I mean, guys are high-fiving and belly bumping and giving knuckles and loving football, remembering why they played. When they were kids, they signed up to have fun with their friends. And I think we were reinvigorated at the end of the spring, and we picked up right where we left off.
Is that quarterback all you thought he'd be?
Yeah, you know, football's such a process, right? I mean, you're working hard. He's doing great. He's having fun. He made so many friends. He already knew a lot of the guys that were on the team, so that made it easier. But fits right in. We got a good group here. We got a good group of young men who love football, who work hard, and who play together, you know, have that shared sacrifice, and he fits right in with that group.
You had some changes in the coaching staff from what you initially announced last January, February. Was that due to just career changes, or, you know, differences in how to strengthen the program?
Yeah, we lost a couple coaches early from guys that are on my coaching tree that I'm really proud of, and they got promotions and got paid a lot more money to go other places. They got head coaching positions, and they went bigger FBS schools. And you know what? I'm excited. I haven't coached a game yet, and I already have a coaching tree with some guys that have had success. But if you look at every program, I don't know if there's too many programs that keep all of their coaches every year. And even though we didn't play games, we went through a whole season. Yeah. I think it's a natural attrition that happens. We're always looking to get better. As a team, we're looking for the best players that we can find that want to be part of our culture and what we're doing here, and we look for the best coaches. So I will continue to go out and you know, hire the best possible coaches that we can find that want to be Bears.
Yeah, and going into September 3rd, how are you feeling with the staff you have now?
This staff is phenomenal. I can't say enough about them, and I already loved them and had respect for them. A lot of these guys I've known for many years. I've known everyone for at least 2 years because we've been coaching together for a long time. But this training camp has really showed me something. We've united as a coaching staff. We're firing on all cylinders. These are guys I want to go to battle with.
Speaking of September 3rd, you go into Boulder. What do you tell the guys about just that atmosphere and what it's going to be like? And for your first game as head coach playing in Folsom, how do you mentally prepare them for that?
I mean, these guys, especially our veteran players, they've played in big games before. They've played FBS teams before. A lot of them have played games at CU at their football camp. A lot of their friends play for CU. A lot of my friends coach for CU. So it's just like playing the guys you've been playing against your whole life. There's nothing different. We'll have fans in the stands. That'll be kind of cool. I know our guys are really excited for the opportunity to play on television, play in a packed stadium. I mean, how fun is that? The fans will create an electricity that we haven't experienced in a while. But they're ready. They're ready to play right now. I mean, emotionally. We still have some things to do schematically, and we still have some work to get done before we kick off. But these guys are ready. They're not afraid of anyone, and they're ready to play.
What would it mean for the program to go in there and shock the world, so to speak, and win that game?
Yeah, we always talk about playing to win, regardless of the scoreboard, and that's what we're concerned about. I think when you play to win, when you show up, when you work hard, when you learn from your mistakes, when you play together, and you do that every day and stack days on top of days and do things the right way, you give yourself a chance to win. So that's what we're concentrating on right now. So I hope we go out and we're physical and we're disciplined and we play together and we leave everything out there on the field.
You're trying to put this program back on the map. I know you haven't coached a game yet, but have you already seen some residual effects from that? You're a big name, and coming to this program, are you getting players that maybe Northern Colorado might not have had?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of talent here. There was a bunch of NFL scouts out at our practice, and they were asking about a lot of guys. They came for one or two that they knew about, and before the end of the day, they were asking about 5, 6, or 7 who they didn't know played for us. So I think that's really great. If one player gets attention and those NFL scouts come out to our practices, everybody's getting looked at. I think it's a testament to the type of talent we have on our team. But, in the NFL, we played against a lot of really talented teams. You want to add up 40-yard dashes and bench presses and first-round draft picks, and a lot of those teams never won a Super Bowl, right? So we do have the talent to win here, and I'm so proud of the effort and the attitude of our young men. But we haven't played a game yet. We got a lot of work to do.
Coach, what are your expectations? I mean, I probably asked you this last year, and going in, having the season that was last year, that wasn't. What do you look at this year? I think a lot of fans are just ready to see football, but what are your realistic expectations?
It starts off with wanting to win a championship. I mean, go undefeated and win a championship. I think if you're not setting your goals high, and if people aren't laughing at them, they're not high enough. Like, what are you here for? So that's what we want to do. We want to win every game and win a championship. But as a coach of young student athletes, I want them to have a great experience regardless. I want them to learn what it means to be an adult, to be a man, to take care of their business, to do well in school, to give back in the community, and most importantly, learn how to summon their greatness within and give everything they have for their teammates, to be part of something bigger than themselves. Really, that's what they will take with them into life. With whatever they decide to do after football. But on the field, yeah, we want to win every one-on-one battle. We want to win every game, and we want to play as best as we possibly can.
Coach, this pretty quickly turned into a family affair for you. How do you balance taking off that coach hat and putting that dad hat back on? Has that been a transition?
Well, about 10 years of messing up with my kids when they were little has kind of taught me when to take the coach's cap off. My son Max had it the hardest. He was the oldest. So after a few years of doing this, I realized, hey, this whole coach-dad thing is an interesting dynamic. Mostly I coach through other coaches when they're coaching my kids, but I've coached all of my sons for many, many years, and you're right. You have to take the dad cap off when you leave here. Take the coach's cap off when you leave here and be a dad, and then, you got to put your coach's cap on and be objective and, give love and tough love just like I would do with every player on our team. So I think if done right, it can be one of the greatest blessings in a coach's and a player's life. If done wrong, it can be tragic, but it's worked really well for our family.
Who has it tougher, you on the sideline or Lisa in the stands?
Lisa would say her for sure, and she's probably right putting up with me. We have 4 boys together, and she goes to football games every week, and she has for like 20-some years, right? But I will go home, even when I've taken my coach's cap off and I'm exhausted, I want to get away from football, and she'll have a football game on. So that's Lisa, and so and she loves it, and she's awesome, and she probably knows more about football than 99% of the women out there. But she loves our boys. She loves going to games. She loves cheering for them, and really, a lot of our friends throughout our lifetime, we've made through the sport of football, coaching, playing, and it's a wonderful community, and it's a wonderful life, and I'm just so lucky to have someone I love that loves football as much as I do.
Stylistically and schematically, what should we expect from the Bears offense this year?
Look, again, we want to be disciplined, organized. We want to be physical. We'd love to have balance. We want guys out there just compete snap to whistle. We have some talent up front on the O-line. Some of our scouts mentioned a couple of those guys. We have some really good skilled players. So, it's putting it all together that is important. And so we got to find a way to play together. Defense, every now and again you can make a mistake here or there and you get away with it. Offense, one guy messes up and the play's dead. So getting everybody on the same page, organized, playing with timing and speed and being physical, those are the things we're working on.
One more question.
Were you shocked at all when you saw the Big Sky? Did you pay attention to the Big Sky conference, the media poll, the coaches poll?
I don't even attend the head coaches meetings. No, I do. I can't. Yeah, no, I was not the one who didn't vote for us. To be fair, they wouldn't let me vote for us. You can't vote for your own team. Look, there's a lot of good coaches. This is the most competitive FCS conference in America. I mean, there's a lot of good coaches and good football in our conference, which we love. We want to play the best. So. It is what it is. They probably don't know much about us. I'm sure they're doing their homework, and we probably don't know much about them, especially the teams that haven't played. They could have a third of their roster turnover, and we'll just have to show up in the beginning of the season and figure out what we're dealing with. But there's really competitive football in the Big Sky. We know no one's going to give us anything. We got to go earn everything we get.